to shock him when he tugs at the muzzle, because I don't want that to be bad.
So what you can do
Yeah.
is you technically can.
I can?
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause I don't want to make the muzzle bad.
No, I understand. So we have what's called force conditioning.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we can do a couple of things, because I know you had that herniated disc.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll to kind of lay it out for you so you
Yeah.
know what to expect, and then you decide whether or not you want to just let it pass.
Sure.
And see, just take time, or if you want to confront it.
Okay.
So in my experience, in most cases, even if the owner's counter conditioned,
Yeah.
when the dog's put under stress, they still fight the muzzle.
Okay.
Okay, because that's their social
Yeah, they
defense.
don't want something on their face.
Right. So if he doesn't have that, when you put him in that moment, he's like, okay, now this is not cool, right?
Yeah.
Is with the e-collar, it's easiest if you're walking. So if you're walking with him, like, does he wear the muzzle when you walk?
Yeah,
He
most
does.
of the time. The only time I don't is when we're hiking and stuff like that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
When you're like completely clear.
Exactly, completely clear.
Okay, so that's good because you're exposing him a lot more.
Yeah.
But as you're walking, should he paw at the muzzle, you're going to keep walking.
Yeah.
You're going to pull straight up, and you're going to tap you're going to tap. You have puppies. You're going to tap as you keep walking.
Yeah.
And you're only tapping when he's pawing at it. So essentially, when you pull up, it makes it harder for him
To reach, yeah.
to reach. And then as soon as he relaxes, you just relax, you keep going, you
Okay.
stop the tapping,
Yeah.
but you don't stop your walking, okay? So you keep doing that, and you might, the worst case scenario is he goes to fight the muzzle,
Yeah.
but he starts to buck around.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I was talking about the herniated disc thing,
Yep.
because I'm not sure if that would make it worse.
He's apparently in the clear, so.
Okay. And I have videos on this, because we had a couple of dogs that showed up
Yeah.
to do socialization stuff. Watch that little one there. Socialization stuff, and the owner didn't muzzle training.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, well, we're here, and we can't. I mean, we could, but it's gonna be a waste of time and
Exactly.
money. So we just force condition, so you can see it.
Yeah.
But for some of the dogs, we're up to 127
Really?
before they finally cut it out.
Yeah.
But typically, after the first hour or the first time you do that,
Yeah.
they don't fight anymore.
It's just so sporadic when see, if he's sitting there and he's distracted by other dogs and stuff like that, but
Sure.
he's fine.
Sure.
But then other days, it's just the second I put it on him, and I make sure there's like about a centimeter in front. I mean, I followed all the directions.
Sure. So it's fine.
Yeah.
He's not meant to have it on his face,
Yeah,
so some days it's like whatever.
Okay.
If there's any kind of discomfort, you can also line the inside with felt.
Oh, okay.
We don't have a dog here that has one, but
Yeah.
the other thing is if he doesn't fight the muzzle or it's fitted snug here,
Yeah.
because it also has do you put the e-collar through the loop there?
I didn't put the e-collar through the loops.
You know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah.
Underneath the basket belt, how you have
Yeah,
the
so
loop?
that's where I have the loop is on this
Okay,
collar.
cool. All right, so it's secure, right?
Yeah.
So if this is fitted snugly on the back,
Yeah.
that middle strap is optional as long as the
Okay.
dog doesn't fight it.
This one.
Correct.
Okay.
And what we do is because for some of the dogs here, they have to be muzzled
Yeah.
in case they get loose or something.
Yeah.
Bad picture, right?
Yeah, of course.
Is we use athletic tape, or they use it on like when I had my dog bite.
Yeah.
They wrapped it and then is
Yeah,
it a
yeah.
thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We do that around the muzzle,
Okay.
and it's soft so that they don't rub off the fur or anything like that.
Okay.
So you can either line it with felt on the inside, or you
Sure.
can use the athletic tape on top
Yeah.
to make it a little bit more comfortable.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Questions on that?
Nope. And the only other thing this week that I noticed is that his numbers vary every day.
Okay.
In terms of, but drastically. Like I'm saying, there's some days where I cannot get his attention, and it's you think it's more setting dependent, but it's not.
Sure.
Some days he's at 50 straight out, and other days he's yelping at 12. So
Interesting.
and he's had an e-collar before. It's not a contact problem because he was always consistently at 6 back in the day. So I don't know if that's normal or not. Maybe
Okay.
I'm confusing him, but
Well,
yeah.
so let me think here. The only thing I could think of is because you were taught differently.
Yes, exactly.
Right? So when you said that, I'm thinking, well, if you're constantly thinking 6
Yeah.
and the standard that you were trained or expecting
Yeah.
is different than my standard.
I mean 6 in the sense of I always got a response from him at 6. And
Gotcha.
here he yelps at either 12 or sometimes I can get him up to 50 and he's not responding. So I thought at first maybe it was a contact problem. Does that make sense?
Was he on special probes on the other collar?
No.
No. And then you just replaced the band that you have in the other collar.
Yeah,
with this
exactly.
collar. Okay,
Same
so that's
thing.
the same. Okay.
And I checked the notches and everything. It's a little different because it's a bigger one. I was thinking about I can try back on the other collar, the one that this comes in.
Sure.
Maybe that's what I think, but
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Yeah, we got a new dog here who's going to be kind of fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, okay, we'll see how he does today.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that.
Okay.
It's funny because I usually have that problem with your collar.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it plays out, okay?
It's probably something I'm doing, but do you mind if I throw these keys and my phone on that? Thank you. She's really waiting on the pocket. Thank you.
I hate that.
I hate that feeling.
So, yeah. All right, so go ahead and just show me what you've been practicing, okay? Okay. Hey, Bree. Would you check the puppy room for my sleeve? Or in the front, just bring it out, please. Good. And what's his number currently?
27.
Okay.
But this morning he was at like 13.
Gotcha. Tap. Good. Tap, 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 tap. Thank you. Tap, 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 tap. Yep, good. Yeah. So you keep your movement.
Yeah.
And then you're set to 27 or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. Tap, 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 tap. There you go. Good. And then relax. Keep moving. Tap, 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 tap. Now forward. Relax. Now forward. Keep forward, but relax. Good. Tap, 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 yep. Keep forward, tap. Good. Now relax. Relax. There you go. Good.
Good job. Good job. There it is. And I don't know why, but it didn't seem to be such a big problem on that.
Tap, tap. Good. And relax. It's okay. So there's no use in worrying why.
Yeah.
I just worry on fixing the problem. Tap, tap. Good. Relax. Good. So the moment he eases up, you let go of that tension.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're just do that a couple more times.
Okay.
Yeah, so now he's panting, that's good. The panting is venting stress.
Yeah.
Good, forward, tap, good, tap, forward, good, and then relax, good, tap, 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 good, forward, relax, tap, 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 keep forward, you got it, now relax, good. Tap, tap, forward, tap, 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 keep forward. Yep, keep forward, keep forward, keep forward, keep forward, tap. You got it, you got it. Relax, good.
Come on, you're okay.
So no talking here.
Sorry.
Tap, right, now relax, tap, good, relax, good. We're gonna do a couple more laps. Tap, forward, good, relax, forward, tap, good, relax, good. Good, relax. So when you make those turns,
Yeah.
no tension on the leash.
Okay.
Okay? Tap, good, relax, good. Okay, good. Tap, relax, good. Tap, tap, relax, forward, 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 forward. Good, you got it. Tap, okay, tap, it's okay. Keep going, keep going. Good, now relax, turn. You got it. Forward, 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 tap. Tap, forward, tap, forward, tap, forward, tap, forward, tap, forward. Relax. Good. You got it. Good job. Relax. Good. Relax. Relax. Good. Forward. Good. Forward. Keep forward. Keeping, yep, turn, tap. You got it. Keep forward or turn, but keep your momentum. Keep your momentum. There you go. Now relax. Relax. Good. Shh. Let's dip that collar down to 15.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Tap. Tap, 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 tap. Now relax. Good. You got it. Relax. Good. Turn. Good. Keep forward. Good. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Keep forward, tap, tap, tap. You got it. Forward, good. Relax, good. It's a good thing we're doing this here.
I know, I'm telling you, this is brutal. This is the worst it's been.
It's okay. Tap, 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 tap. Right, relax, good. You got it. You got it. Now relax that. So don't put tension when you turn. Okay, good. Turn, tap, tap. Good, good. Good. Maybe that he's like, I'm all, without my herniated disc, I'm gonna give mom a run for her money.
I'm sure you watch me.
Keep that arm relaxed, keep it relaxed. Good. Forward. Good, we're gonna do 2 more laps, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, keep that relaxed, good. We're gonna do 1 and then you'll stop in the middle, okay? And I'm gonna explain everything that just happened right now.
Sure. So that was horrible.
Yes. You say brutal or normal?
Brutal.
Yeah. That's just a day in my office.
Oh man,
But your office and me probably not gonna, cause you work at a hospital? Yeah, not my office. And then,
I stand still, he's gonna tug at it.
okay, slow to a stop. Okay, and then we're gonna just relax right there. Okay, and we're gonna see what happens. So, do you know why that happened? So, you were getting on past the muzzle.
Yeah.
But what was happening is when you were turning, he was actually fine, and then you started pulling, and then he started fighting. That's why I'm telling you, keep that on relax.
Yep.
Keep that on relax. Okay. It's okay. Don't worry about like, oh my god, I made it worse.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Okay.
So when you were turning, he should be naturally turning with you.
Yeah.
When you kick in with that tension, we get opposition reflex, which is resistance.
Yep.
And resistance to the muzzle is the same thing. So then you started redirecting that frustration towards that muzzle.
Yep.
And then we actually went down to
15,
right? So you were at 27 earlier?
Yeah.
And then I felt like I was building more frustration. So
Yeah.
instead I said, go to 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Earlier, I told you other dogs would go to 127.
Yeah.
But I didn't do this.
Yeah.
So that was a problem. Okay. So this is something that you'll come to learn.
Yeah.
E-collar, biggest pro is that it's very nuanced.
Yeah.
Right? You can whisper it and scream. But a time is just you have to learn how to read the dog within a given moment. So here, people typically think go higher when we have a problem.
Yeah.
And I go, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? So if that's not solving the problem, I go lower. So I've been doing this a long time, I go, let's go lower.
Yeah.
And it became less frantic. But then as soon as you started keeping your arm relaxed,
Then he.
yeah, and then his breathing got heavier.
Yeah.
So that's when you broke the resistance. Okay? So now, when you came to a stop, what was the first thing you said?
So when I stopped, he's gonna pull his muscle. Yeah, nope, not at all.
Because you got it out the head already.
Yeah.
Okay? So you did a great job. You kept your momentum.
Yeah.
I know it's hard because you have a wall, right?
It was fine.
But so since you couldn't go forward, you just turn, you just got to keep your movement.
Yeah.
Okay? Because what we're doing here is dogs can only do one thing at a time. He's going to fight the muzzle, or he's going to lose balance, or he's going to walk. Plus you have pressure.
Yeah.
Okay? So you're trying to walk, he's going no, 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 no.
Yeah.
When you pull up, you're making it awkward for him,
Yeah.
right? Because he's got to balance and walk on 2 legs, and you're just tapping, and you're using all those things, and he's going, okay, what's worse?
Yeah.
The muzzle and walking normally,
Yeah.
or fighting the muzzle and it's really hard to walk,
Yeah.
I'm getting remoted,
Yeah.
it just sucks,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
So eventually, and he has to be the one that removes his paws.
Yeah.
He has to do that,
Yeah.
okay? A lot of people stop and take the dog's paws off and they go, nope,
Yeah.
because it will be a forever problem.
Yeah.
So when you're tapping him, he's like, this sucks, what happens if I stop? Everything
Gets
disappeared, you relaxed, you kept your movement.
Yeah.
And then we just have to be mindful that we weren't applying pressure when it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Now, what you just did right now, in my opinion,
is very beneficial.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know if he's obedient at least during that time, but
Okay.
he's ignoring the muzzle. So
Okay. What else?
he relaxed well. I don't know.
Okay. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I bet you have to learn
What
to
he's
start. Yeah,
Yep,
to start
of course.
learning stuff,
Yep.
right? That's why I ask you these questions. Don't worry about me, right? Or
No,
wrong.
no,
The bigger problem that we have,
Yeah.
right, of like the kind of what's the word, the random,
Yeah, exactly.
is whenever when I come into a home, sometimes I walk in and the problem is clear as
Obvious.
day. Here you go.
Yep.
The harder cases are the ones where we know there's a problem,
Yeah.
but we gotta fish it out.
Yep.
Okay. So exactly.
Yeah.
So I like using every little thing, even though it's not related. The whole concept of like a tantrum, I don't want to wear this.
Yeah.
Well, too bad.
Yeah.
Right? It allows you to prove a point. It allows you to relax him, as you said,
Yeah.
in a moment when he's under stress. You just learn how to do that now.
Yeah.
That's now another skill that you have.
Yeah.
Most people's, again, like you were thinking, well, that's a good point. Like,
Yeah.
the reason why I said don't say anything is, well, actually, why don't we want to say anything?
Because he should be doing the right thing anyway without me saying anything.
Well, technically, right, but he's not meant to have this, so
Yeah.
I give him that kind of understanding.
Yeah.
But what does talking to your dog do?
Does it like give him a command? Like is that, I don't know.
Well, if you give him like sit down, stay, that would
Yeah.
be giving him a command, right?
Yeah.
But like, let's say he's sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
And you start talking to him.
Oh.
What happens?
He doesn't pay attention to anything except he's sitting on the couch.
For most people, the dog would start wagging his tail.
Got it.
They start getting stimulated.
Yeah.
Okay. And then people see it as happening.
Yeah.
I look at it as exciting stimulation.
Got it.
Okay. So when he's under duress, under stress, I don't like the muzzle, he's already stimulated.
Yep.
Okay. So stimulation doesn't mean like exciting stimulation.
Yeah.
It just means something's on the brain, right? So in that moment, it was negatively stimulated.
Yeah.
And then you're coming in like, okay, well, good job, right?
Yeah.
And you're giving energy, but stimulating even more.
Yeah.
And what we're wanting is passiveness.
Yep.
Okay? So I'm not against coaching or
Yeah.
positive reinforcement, but in a moment where he's like,
Frustrated.
yes, if you would have just been like, good, when he stopped, like just wrote, good, that would have been fine.
Got it.
But because there was more like kind of a soft, excited
Yeah.
energy, I was going, that's going opposite to what we're
Yep.
wanting. And then, then it's just other stuff. Okay, so it makes it very simple. And here this whole time he's been staring at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's kind of like what we got over at Oz Park,
Yes.
but now because of a different reason.
Yes.
Okay, now I don't care that he's staring at you. We don't need that.
Yep.
But like you came in thinking like, or like you stopped and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, he's gonna fight the muzzle.
Yeah.
Nope. As soon as you get that out the brain,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're moving or not moving.
Yeah.
You should accept it. Okay. So and you didn't have to be mean.
Yeah.
You just kept your momentum. You kept just, all right, I'm doing this, and you're going to give it up. Okay. So when you go on your walks with him, typically after we get it done, like this, maybe a real quick tap to like, okay, you know, every now and then, until
Yeah.
eventually the dog's like, whatever, I don't fight anymore.
Yeah.
But you know, this may have been his worst time.
Yeah.
It may have not been.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. But typically after the first session like this,
Yeah.
it's usually not a problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do another little walk back and forth.
Okay.
Remember to keep that arm relaxed when you're doing those turns,
Okay.
so that we don't put unnecessary tension if not needed.
Perfect.
Okay. Go ahead. Good turn. Good.
Do I let him look at other things?
Yeah. This is fine because he's actually completely relaxed. This is good. Good. We're gonna do one more back and forth, and then you'll stop where you were before, okay? But this is much better now.
Yes.
Keep relaxed. Good. Good. And then go ahead and come to a stop.
Perfect. See that difference? Okay. So it takes us working through these little moments of hard stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll get to the bigger stuff.
Yeah, I think I was so paranoid to buzz him while he had the muzzle on because of those videos.
Oh, which ones?
No, like if you look at any of the conditioning videos, they're like, make sure it's a positive experience, positive, don't like scold him, like. And then there was another, my friend also had sent me another, and she was like, oh, this is helpful, but it was for sizing the muzzle because I'm having a hard time.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And there was, you know, I can go out on the YouTube wormhole and you're watching all these videos. There was one that was like, never buzz your dog when you're having a muzzle, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. This worked.
Yeah. So there's a lot of internet,
Yes.
great, a lot of information out there.
I feel you. I'm a doctor. I get it. Yeah.
What was it? Were they self-diagnosing?
Yeah, WebMD. Yeah,
Yep,
I
sure.
completely get it. So.
Yeah. I fall down that wormhole
Yeah.
when I go to the doctor. I'm just gonna not
Yeah,
say
just don't
anything because
listen.
it's gonna be- Yeah. So I get it. But yeah. So how this works
Yes.
is, in order to make something a negative to a dog,
Mm-hmm.
the entire experience of that object has to be negative. So let's say dogs in kennels.
Yes.
You'll see stuff that says never remote your dog
Yeah.
while they're in the kennel. We do it all the time.
Yep.
Okay? Because if a dog whines
Yep.
and I remote them, it's momentary.
Yep.
It's one split second
Mm-hmm.
of a 24-hour day. Right? So if the dog's in there for 4 hours, you divide that by minutes into
Yeah.
seconds. It's fractional.
Yeah.
Right? So if the dog goes, every time I whine, this happens.
Yeah.
But if I don't whine, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Then I don't whine.
Yeah.
Okay? So for the muzzle, he doesn't call it.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Right? So I agree, like you should try food and muzzle conditioning first. It makes this easier,
Yeah.
but a lot of times it doesn't work because I deal with
Yeah.
pretty messed up dogs,
Yeah.
and usually force conditioning happens. And as long as the owner works them through it, it's going to work.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're ever unsure about anything, also feel free to
Sure.
email me.
I will next
You know,
time.
Yeah, during training,
Yeah.
after training,
Yeah.
I have clients that email me from like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here you go.
Yep.
And so yeah, I'm always a resource. You always have technical support even
Yeah.
afterward. Okay.
Okay.
So much better.
Yes.
So now what we're going to do is work on the formalities of the heel.
Okay.
Okay. So from your previous trainer, do you know any of those formalities?
Now I remember that I had taught him at some point the right-left version, like
Sure.
start and stop, but I mean that never stuck with him. We didn't keep up with that.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
it's not so much like teaching them as it is just consistently using the same movements. Okay, because I think you're leading with your left leg, okay.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a formal word of heel.
Okay.
So you're using the prior that we took away from you.
Yes,
correct? Yeah.
exactly.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to re-implement it. So think of obedience as clocking him into work. So if you don't say anything, then technically Taco is free to, and also other Taco is here.
Yeah. That's funny.
A little doodle. Technically he's free to like peek, poop, roll around, do his dog thing,
Yep.
because nothing has been said.
Yes.
Okay? Once you chew the word of heel, everything that we did last week and everything that we do this week is then going to go
Yep.
back. Okay? So you're going to chew the word heel.
Yes.
I think it's easiest to say the word first and then move forward with that left leg. Okay? So what we're going to do here, real simple, you're going to cue heel, you're going to walk, left leg, heel, left leg, walk for a bit, turn, come to a stop. You should auto sit, wait a moment, heel, left leg. We're going to repeat that 5 times. Okay? So we're just getting used to that pattern. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Heel.
It's okay. So if he lands on the wrong side,
Yeah, make
because you turned and stopped,
Yeah.
turn and then move a bit,
little bit.
then come to a stop because it may have been just too abrupt for him.
Okay.
Good.
Heel.
Good pivot. 3 more.
Heel.
Keep forward. There he goes. Good.
Heel.
Yeah, it's okay. Good. Couple more.
Heel.
One more.
Heel.
Good. And then you'll come to a stop. Excellent. Okay. There was one moment when he thought about it,
Yeah.
but he did it. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did.
So, because his brain was conditioned in that short time,
Yeah.
when I go into the stop process, right, it's the thought of I'm going to move this.
Yeah.
This goes off.
Yeah.
What happens if I don't follow through with that thought?
Yeah. Nothing.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, but keep with the muscle conditioning.
Yes.
At least for a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
Until you see consistently for a couple of weeks, he hasn't fought the muzzle.
Yeah.
He's completely fine with it, on the walks and everything like that. Then I would say you can stop. You can stop.
Yeah, he loves the muzzle conditioner. That's not a problem.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
would keep that until you feel you have a couple weeks, which is like no issue.
Got it.
Okay. So that was easy. So now we're going to into the turns, left and right turns. Do you know anything about that? Okay. So whenever Taco passes you, you always do the
Yeah, 180.
right?
Yep.
So that will always remain in effect.
Okay.
When we're making the left turns, what we want to do, because a lot of people will lead it with their left leg,
Yeah.
and you'll trip over your dog, especially if he's so close.
Yeah.
You lead with the right leg, correct? Okay. So, and you're gonna do right, left, and right. Okay, and these are very like
Yeah.
obvious, but you want to cut in at a 90-degree angle. Okay, very sharp. Some people will do this.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they're doing this with their leg, and then they're kicking the dog out. Okay, so you want to make sure you do a very sharp right leg, left leg, and then turning the right leg. So you're making a square U-turn. Okay. If you're doing this correctly, there's no need for remote. It's all body weight. Okay. So if you're getting ready for that left turn, and if this is Taco's head, right?
Yeah.
Getting ready to turn left, and he's over here. What does this tell us?
It's too far ahead.
Right. What should we do?
The 180.
Correct. You 180 and correct that. Then try the turn again.
Yeah.
Okay. Because a lot of people will pull the dog back,
Yeah.
or they'll try to run around the dog.
Yeah.
to make the turn happen. Like that's not how it works. The dog should be in line with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have the pivots, which is essentially the 180 you've been doing.
Yeah.
Except this is when Taco is paying attention. Okay, so we're walking, we slow down, and we're gonna do left, right, left.
Go forward, back. Okay.
Yeah, forward, back, forward. Okay, so we're gonna start first with the left turn, because that's the hardest for people.
Okay.
We're gonna do batch of those, so that's gonna be crossing with your right leg.
Yep.
And before you turn, you're gonna wanna what?
Before I turn, relax my hands.
Well, you always want to be relaxed, but before you turn, what do you want to do to let Taco know something's changing?
I'm trying to slow down.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're ready, heel left leg.
Heel. What was it? It was
Right, left, right. There you go. You got it. You got it. Good. Right, left, you got it. Like that. Perfect. It's okay. What he does doesn't matter as long as he's not passing you or pulling you, okay?
he tends to lag. That's more his.
Right, left, right. Good. We're going to do a couple more. Good. Right. Good. One more. Good. Going to slow.
I have to notice the urgency though. And then, like if I buzz him, if I tap him.
Sure.
keep going.
No, go ahead and hold right there. So that was good.
Yeah.
So he was lagging,
Yeah.
right? And I was gonna swing the cat,
Yeah.
but I was gonna let it go so you can focus on those turns.
Yeah.
But you did it
Then I tapped.
yourself,
Yeah.
right? That was fine.
Yeah.
Because technically you should have.
Mhm.
And make off speed up.
Yep.
and you start right and like leading cracking again,
Yep.
right? So yes, we want to be strict about that.
Yes.
Your leg movements were correct.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you try a fast again. So I have you make them a bit more just
Normal instead
yeah.
of like swimming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now in the beginning,
Yeah.
because you're learning, if it helps you, I have no problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because like when I do it, like I go like very this, and then my client repeated that way.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, realistically speaking, you
Don't
don't
want
have
that.
to do that. Yes.
Got it.
But I do get people that it's just they do it being very stoic, pronounced way. So we're gonna try it again.
Sure.
Otherwise, you were using the correct legs.
Yep.
Okay, then the slowing down was all good, and he was turning right with you.
Yep.
Right. That's because you're using body language, and that's how he communicates. Okay. So whenever you're ready, heel.
Heel.
Good. Good. Right, good. Good. Couple more. Good. Right. Good. And one more turn. Yeah, just power through it. Good. Good. Okay. So there he prematurely stopped.
Yeah.
So never follow his lead.
Got it.
Just keep your momentum.
Okay.
Okay. Because what's happening, and this is super common,
Yeah.
is because since you're cutting in front of them, like
Yeah.
you're acting as a wall, a lot of dogs do sit.
Yeah.
But eventually, once they catch on to that, you're actually going to keep that momentum.
Walking.
They end up following you. Okay.
Okay.
That's super common.
Yep.
Questions on that?
Yep.
So now you're going to do the pivots.
Okay.
And you were actually doing these already.
Yeah.
Like earlier when I was watching you, like people tend to naturally just pivot that way.
Yeah.
But then when they come to do it on purpose, they
Yeah.
tend to screw
This
up.
one is-
Okay, so we're gonna do those pivots. That's gonna be the left, right, left, going into your immediate right.
Heel.
Good. Good pivot.
Turn the wrong way.
Did you? No, that was correct. To your, yeah, to your right, yep. Left, right, left. Good. Good. Just a couple more. Right. Good. See how you move quicker on that one?
Yep.
Left, good, and then slow to a stop. Perfect. And still fine with the muzzle.
Yep.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you go into heels. I'm gonna have you change your pace, speeding up and slowing down,
Sure.
adding in stops, but you're gonna go between those turns randomly.
Okay.
Okay? Heel.
Heel.
Right, left. Good job. Good turn. Good. Now go ahead and come to a stop there. Did that feel awkward to you?
A little.
What felt awkward?
In my turns to the left, it feel awkward for some reason.
Uh-huh. Do you know why?
Got it. Am I doing it wrong?
Were you forgetting something?
Slowing down.
Yes. So what happened was, since it was an abrupt left,
Yeah.
you were colliding,
Yep.
and that's why you went like, because I saw you kind of
Yeah,
bucked
I
back a
was
little
like,
bit. Yeah, so that's why. So it should never feel awkward.
Yep.
So let's try it again. And what I'm gonna, did I ask you, are you a fast walker?
I am.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you just naturally when you
No,
walk with Taco, walk slower.
Okay.
So that so what happens with my fast walkers,
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are fast walkers
Yeah.
nowadays.
I hate the walk.
Wow.
I know, sorry. Especially when they block the sidewalk and they walk out of the lane.
So
Yeah.
when we're walking with Taco,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you cut your speed. Okay. So when I have my fast walkers, what ends up happening is the owner is so used to walking fast that their slowing down isn't that slow.
Yeah.
So I tell them to do is walk slow as is, so they're already in their head of I need to walk slow, right? But then when they go to slow down, it's really obvious of like, okay, now I need to go really slow, okay? And this is whenever you walk the top, when you're not the top, I get paralyzed,
Got it.
okay? Because it's gonna make it very difficult for him, which is frustrating for you because then he's not, being mindful, but it's because of that fast pace, we're not giving the appropriate cues, okay?
Okay.
so when you're ready, heel.
Heel.
Right, left, good turn. Good pivot.
Is that too far?
After you cue this turn, you can tap them to speed up. Right, left, right. That's good. Yep, good. Good pivot. Good, just a few more turns. Good pivot. Good turn. Good, and then go ahead and come to a stop. So you see how he was able to read your every move?
Yes.
It's because of body language.
Yeah.
Okay, you dance?
No? Dance too fast.
Yeah, exactly.
So in dancing, there's a leader and a follower. So it's a two-person
Yep.
dance, right? An experienced dancer can make an inexperienced dancer look good
Yep.
because they know how to lead, and they use body language and pressure and stuff. And same for guys.
Yep.
If your body movements are correct, like this is nothing that you teach. It's already in there.
Yep.
It's teaching the human how to use that body language to communicate. Like this is what we're doing. Okay. So whenever you walk a taco, it should never feel like an argument. For one, two, it should feel like easy. Okay. So the hard part here is now when you're walking with him, is you have to start timing things.
Yes.
So it's like I'm going to turn left at the red light. So then you have to slow down, time your movement so that when you turn left,
Yes.
it's with the appropriate leg.
Okay.
What I suggest in the beginning, before you start your walk, let Taco do his business. Be improved, get it out of the way. Start with 5 heels, to stops,
Okay.
5 heels to left turns,
Okay.
5 heels to pivots
Okay.
to warm up,
Sure.
and then start your walk.
Okay.
Okay. Once you feel like you've got it in your muscle memory, you'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. I've been doing this for a really long time. It is like impossible for me to do it the wrong way.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
I'm so,
It's
like,
good
you
to
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you get so used to, like,
Yeah.
earlier I was like with the client, I'm like, I used to do it when I walk.
Yeah.
When I turn left, I leave,
Yeah.
okay? And, because it's so built into me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you end up, once you practice it enough, you apply it, like you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Naturally, okay? The hardest thing is going to just be to naturally slow down
Yeah.
from the get-go.
Yep.
Okay? Questions on any of that? Okay. So refresh my memory. We had the incident with a dog walker,
Yeah.
which we're trying to get back to,
Yep.
right? And having people come over. right?
Yeah, I haven't had any, I just found the house, I haven't had anyone come over there, but even introducing him to new people in general, has even outside, has gotten increasingly more stressful. He seems so much more reactive than he used to be.
Okay,
And then it all culminates with the dog walker, so.
gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it there.
Sure.
Go ahead and shorten your leash a little bit.
Okay.
So I have a sleeve here, just as, even though he's got a muzzle on, as precaution here.
Okay.
If he has an aggressive moment,
Yeah.
you're gonna pull straight up. Go ahead and shorten a little bit more.
Okay.
The reason why you're shorting like that
Yep.
is pull up. Okay, so you see how you just have to go to ear?
Yep.
The more slack you give, the more you have to be like this.
Yep.
So when I'll see people with like their dogs being reactive, and they're like this with the leash, and I'm like, why don't you just shorten it?
Yeah.
And then you're like right here, and it's a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
So whenever we are putting ourselves in a situation where we're gonna perceive or assume there's gonna be reactivity, I always shorten that leash because it gives me immediate control as soon as I pull up.
Yeah.
Okay? So whenever a dog becomes aggressive or reactive, most people tend to go back
Yeah. No, I
or
know.
up and back. We always go up. Do we know why?
Gets him, he can't use, he only has back legs, I don't know, that must help.
No, that's part of it, you know? Because dogs drive their body
Yeah.
like this with the front and you push with their back, right? So if you pull high enough where you move the front legs, now you can't do anything,
Yeah.
okay? The other thing is pulling up de-escalates,
Yeah.
pulling back or up and back.
Yeah.
Yeah, escalates, correct, right? And that's something that most people do,
Yeah.
they always do that. If this happens, up, and you're gonna start tapping and settling him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do some touch stuff to see how he feels.
It's gonna happen. I apologize in advance, I'm so sorry. Okay.
She jinxed it.
I know, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I know it.
Sure.
I know it.
It's part of the process.
Okay.
So what number are we?
15.
Let's go to 25.
Okay.
So the first thing we want to do is learn how to read body.
Yep.
So right now, do you hear that?
Yes.
Hear that?
Panting.
Correct, right? And he's looking directly at you.
Yep.
So what we're going to listen for? Sentence.
Yep.
Okay? His mouth may still be open, but all of a sudden he goes,
And hold it, yeah.
yeah, right, we're listening to that, or he might close his mouth.
Yeah.
That's what we call loading tension, okay? It's nothing good or bad, it's
Yeah.
just, he's going, hey, I don't like Jesse going into my personal space, right?
He's not gonna like it. I'm just telling you.
So, I don't like Jesse going into my personal
Yeah.
space, right? But then what matters is what does he do after that?
The worst possible thing. I'm filling the blanks.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I know, but I'm so sorry.
I do this for a living.
Okay.
That's why we have this,
Okay.
right? That's why we have a 60-pound suit in
Okay.
the back there.
Good.
And that's why we have muzzle.
Yes.
Okay? So here, we're gonna see how he feels about it.
Okay.
Maybe he blows up, it's okay,
Okay.
we correct him,
Yep.
maybe he does.
Okay.
Then we talk about how he did it,
Okay.
or why he did it. Okay?
Got it.
So,
Yes, I know. Okay.
we do nothing here, this is that here. You heard that, Jay?
Yep.
See the mouth open?
Yep.
Yeah. That's a sniff. Back over.
It's actually okay now. It's not good right now. That was a big, but I can tell, like, once he starts, like that means that he's okay with whatever's happening. You know what I mean? Like, but,
So, I think it was happening.
yeah.
You did.
Oh, yeah. But I don't trust him anymore.
But, so you have to give some trust.
Trust, yeah.
Okay? So this is much like a relationship between two people.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No.
Look, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
trying, man. I'm trying.
No, you're right, you're right. I mean, he's got the muzzle on, so.
Right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this process, obviously there's you.
Yeah.
And you have like, I would term it like PTSD,
Oh, 100%.
right?
Yeah.
Because something that happened and you care and you want to get hurt or anything else.
Yeah,
And so this is two things, right? I work with you.
Yeah.
I'm building your handler,
Yes.
confidence, right? And then I'm working with you at the same time.
sure.
And I've had this happen a lot of times. The owner's like, doesn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe.
Yeah,
And if it does, then we can.
I get it, couples there.
Exactly. So, one, you have to give with trust.
Yes.
Now understand, we have to do the work to get you there to like really trust, right?
Yep.
But I go, is that a muzzle?
Yeah.
And I brought this thing out, right? So I'm like, what's going to happen? The worst is he attempts, but he's not going to hurt anybody, right? So it's trust in that he's going to behave himself, but also trust in your skill set.
Yep.
Okay, so like when I come to the picture, I come in and it's a shit show. And I'm like, all right, and I just boom, get into gear, and all of a sudden everything's fine.
Yeah.
What's your motor record?
Yeah.
Have you ever? I don't know. I think you're doing stuff, but maybe when you're doing what's the in the beginning, it's like an internship, but it's supposed to work for it.
Yeah, your internship.
Is it?
Yeah, you start intern and then you're a resident.
Right, yeah. So like my buddy, he's in his specialty is cardiac, cardiology, but he had to do residency
Internal medicine.
at the ER,
Yep.
right? And he was doing all sorts of stuff, right?
Yep.
And for me, I'm like, that's why I was like, I can't do that
Yeah.
stuff. Right? This is what I'm good at.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm sure the first day for him,
Yeah.
and they rush the first person bleeding out,
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you do it day after day after day, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, you kick in the gear, you
Yeah.
use that kind of what the fuck.
Can I be totally honest with you though? I would have been much more comfortable if we did this exercise and he was on my right and I was holding my right hand because I feel like I have more control over him to like whip him up and out of the way.
Sure.
So like this is also like that's another big thing, and I'm like, and I wouldn't rely on the e-collar actually for that. Like I'd have it in my left hand to like.
Oh,
shove
if
it
you
in.
have it on the side?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you always want to rely on the e-collar.
Exactly, and that's what I have to learn in this whole process.
Yes.
Because I'm so used to just like brute force, like ripping him away from
Yes.
whatever.
And what we need, again,
Yeah.
like the muzzle. The
Yeah.
muzzle is the perfect example.
Yeah.
So when I do these things, like I've already done this, I can do this no problem,
Yeah.
right? But there, when after we finish that, so you just learn a skill.
Yeah.
You just learn like when things go south, keep it moving,
Yep.
use the remote, go,
Yeah.
right? Most people stop.
Yep.
Most people can't.
Yep.
But just like in the hospital, my friends at the ER, you can't do that.
Yep.
But I'm sure people do.
Yeah.
Either in the beginning or if they're not built for it.
Yep.
I'm sure people spend years studying and they go there and they're
Yeah.
like,
Can't do it.
can't do it,
Yep.
right? Welcome to owning a dog that has issues. It's the same thing, okay?
Got it.
So here,
Yeah.
everything that you did earlier
Yeah.
is what led to this.
Yep.
Remember our consultation?
Yep.
I just like moved or something?
Yeah.
And he was like, great.
Uh-huh.
But right now, what's his concern right now?
His concern?
Yeah. What is he more concerned about at the moment?
Being shocked. I think.
Okay, and what else?
I don't know.
He's looking, yeah,
Yeah.
he's looking right at you.
Yeah.
This entire time,
Yeah, just
he's
staring.
not taking his eyes off of you,
Yeah.
right? It's not because he loves you.
No.
Okay? It's because he's like, man, mom needs business.
Yeah.
Okay? So in the consultation,
Yeah.
I believe I said, we want to see what does discipline,
Yeah.
formal, like
Real
not playing
discipline,
games,
yeah.
discipline, what does that fix?
Yeah.
Okay? Because when a dog is used to like, one, I know I understand why you're doing it, based
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
schooling, but it's like, you weren't making him retreat, mentally, you're making him retreat physically,
Yes.
you're never moving.
Exactly.
That's why that behavior sticks.
Yep.
He never got formal, like, let's go
Exactly.
higher, let's make this happen, no, you're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You can yell and roll the ground all you want, it's
So
get
it's
it done.
yeah.
Then he goes, okay. So then he starts to think, crap, I should really think about the decisions I'm making.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, this isn't a forever thing. He's not always going to be like this.
Yeah.
Eventually, he's going to learn to game. Just go like, cool, on this and play. I behave myself. I do this when she says this. We're golden.
Yeah.
Okay? So here, even though I took it subtly,
Yeah.
right, the first thing I did, we'll try it again. And you just see the little pucker.
Mhm.
All right? So it's not that it's not there. It's just his brain is more concerned about everything that just happened than he is about me being next to him. Okay? And I'm really pushing hands up here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay? So, you being consistent
Yeah.
earlier
Mhm.
is why this is happening. Okay? So that goes to show you it's not always going to be a shit show.
Mhm.
But you have to learn to recognize when there's tension, when there's no tension.
Yeah.
Right now, that breathing is the biggest gift.
Yeah.
Right, so that we call that relaxation and then de-stress. He's been through everything that happened earlier with the muzzle,
Yeah.
but also just like, okay, cool, like drawing some chill that happens.
Yeah.
Because ever since then,
Yeah.
there's been no muzzle.
Exactly.
Okay. Now we want to build off of this.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all making sense now.
Definitely.
And then why you go higher and all that stuff,
Yep.
why the urgency, and why I don't want to worry about you,
Yes.
what you say, and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. So here, this is what I would want to see.
Okay.
So now the next part would be for the next class, what we would do is we wouldn't do this after this, because that's why this is happening.
He starts off with this.
He starts off with this, right? And actually, what we can do is, and we wouldn't have one.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, we have our suit.
Oh my God. No, I know, I just, yeah. No, I get it, yes.
Yeah, like really have.
I'm here because you know what you're doing, and I don't, so I trust you.
Right.
Don't listen to what I say, it's just shock.
So, we have a suit.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we won't have a muzzle.
Yep.
We're not going to start off with this, so we're starting off with him kind of going from home to the car to the facility. Here we go.
No muzzle the whole time, or do you want me to muzzle him for coming in, or?
You can muzzle the entry.
Okay.
But once he's in the room where we have the consultation, then we muzzle off and Sean, and then my I'll have it Enrique, maybe Grandma, put the suit on,
Okay.
and we're gonna do the tough stuff from 0, okay? So that we can correctly act the progression with stuff.
I'll take a Xanax before I get there.
We have one here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure I'm part of the problem. I acknowledge it because I think I get really tense, and I think he notices that I get
Sure.
uncomfortable.
Sure.
So I'm working on that too, I promise, but.
So one thing I was gonna point out earlier,
Yeah,
now it's a good kind of
go
segue
ahead.
into it,
Yeah.
is what kind of personality type?
Me? Honestly, you won't believe this, I'm actually pretty relaxed, and I don't, and like with him, I've always been really, my friends who were around me in Vermont, like, I took him hiking, biking, did all the activities with him, because I knew with the collar, I have enough control over him that he gets to be a normal dog, he gets to do all this stuff. But at work, I'm super high strung, and he's become kind of a job. It's that,
You have 2 stressors?
Yeah.
Sure. Because I can see that.
Yeah.
So when you work with them,
yeah.
you're edgy.
I totally. Being in this situation and even just having him on my left, because what had happened is after he misbehaved, I put him on my right because I'm stronger on my right than on my left. So all of this has been, like, I've been edging because I'm like, can I control him? And I know he has a muzzle on, but I'm like, he's going to be the dog that bites through a muzzle or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Super.
I know.
Like, you know, if a finger were to get bruised.
Yeah.
It can happen. you
Yeah.
know. I had a dog biting through a mesh and a basket muzzle.
Oh my God.
They had 2 muzzles on them.
Yeah.
And he still bit me.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
so yeah, that dog was insane. Okay,
And I don't actually believe when I say that, but I'm like, I just don't want any more adverse things to happen. I just want to make me better, that's all.
adverse how?
Like, biting that lady, or he like snapped at my aunt, like a couple days after that, even though she was like far away from her. You know what I mean? Like, that's not, I feel like, and this isn't true, and I know it's not true, so I'm saying this to you, but I feel like that set off like a chain of events that were worse. But that's probably because of me and how I was looking at the situation.
Looking for him,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
You know, so when I come in, like I've had plenty of people say, Jess, my dog's being aggressive.
Yeah.
He's bitten, right?
Yeah.
And I go, tell me what happened. Well, I'll shoot you for the bull. Like, your
yeah,
dog's
that's,
being aggressive. That's reasonable.
yeah,
But it happens a lot.
yeah,
I had another client, they recently had a baby,
Yeah.
their dog bit someone coming into their home.
yeah,
And I told them, like, well, your dog doesn't know that that was a friend. If it
Yeah.
was a burglar, you'd be praising your dog.
exactly.
Right, your dog is going to finish you. So, but in their head, they culminated because they just had a baby.
Yeah.
They got a baby.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it is, it is. But it doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
If he doesn't think about like, yeah, I really nailed that lady.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh my God.
Okay. He doesn't think like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about now.
Yeah,
Because now
exactly.
he's just like, crap, mom needs this.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the main thing. As best as you can, and this comes with time.
Just relax with him.
Yeah, and it's just now as you start to, we're changing things up so you're more challenged.
Yeah.
Is successes build confidence.
Yep,
Okay, and I tell everybody, I love people to be confident,
yep,
but don't get complacent because you know that happens. And that's the thing when not so good things happen,
Yeah.
okay? Otherwise, this is what I expected to happen. So next class, we're really going to see
Sure.
what the aggression is, what the rigid aggression, we're going to correct it.
Okay.
The following class, we're going to repeat
Okay.
and go, what did you retain from the first time, okay? Then, if that goes well, we go back to muzzle,
Okay.
and then I show you how to start doing, building trust with new people, and then we'll work on how do you have people come in the home.
Yeah.
That's a totally different thing. We're going to see how all these pieces together affect his behavior.
Okay. Yeah.
There's going to be fuck-ups.
Yep.
Okay? Don't worry about that.
Okay.
It's part of the process.
Yeah.
That's why we have muzzle. Because let's say we do everything's going great,
Yeah.
and you decide that he just had a girlfriend come over,
Yeah.
and he went at her. And the first thing I say was, she was muzzle.
Yeah.
And then you count. Yeah, what do? You went and lay down and didn't bother the person. Perfect. Because he has to do the behavior
Yeah.
in order to learn it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
And so that you can correct it. So the suit allows us to let him get it all out.
Yep.
See what happens. The muzzle allows you to do it with others without endangering them and keeping you relaxed. And then it's time of months or 6 months, whatever, where you're like, oh, like, he sees my friend and now he's like
Yeah.
wiggly and he's not tense as he used to.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a process. But otherwise, this was really good.
Okay. Awesome.
This is what I would expect to see. This is what I want to see. So for your homework this week, it's essentially practicing